Okay, here we go.
Hey, what's up, guys? Riff here. So today we're going
We
over a
have
pretty
Rev
funny
says
situation, one of the
desu.
biggest plot twists I've
The
seen
video
on
is he just
YouTube.
ended
So
their
yesterday, Ethan Klein,
careers.
aka H3 Productions, released this video where he announced that he is suing 3 content creators for copyright
Again,
infringement.
with
And
the
this is a
thumbnail,
very
you'd think that
serious set
Asmon
of
Gold
lawsuits
is
carrying
one of the
potentially
3
hundreds of
content
thousands of
creators.
dollars of damages for
The
the 3
female
individuals he is filing these suits against.
is
And now
actually
for
part
some context
of
before we get
the
into
three
the 3
people
people and what's going
that
on
are
with them
getting
and their
sued. I
reaction
think
to
this
having
guy
these
here
lawsuits
with
made
the
against
blonde hair
them.
is
A couple months
exclusive.
ago, there was this video uploaded by Ethan Klein called Content Nuke Hassan Piker. Now, this is a video that he gave a very clear date for, and a lot of Hassan's orbiters were literally doing countdowns until its release. And this is important for a reason I'll get into in just a second. But a lot of people were waiting
Okay,
for
so
this
why
to
is
be
Rev
released
says
so they
this is
could share
on-screen
it and
avatar so
react to it.
huge
Now, there
while
was
mine is so
this mega
small?
thread in the H3 Snark subreddit, which is a subreddit dedicated to attacking Ethan Klein and his family. They made this mega thread where basically they show you
So if that
where
is
to
a
watch the
subreddit for
content nuke
attacking
by Ethan
somebody,
Klein.
why
Now,
is
their whole
Reddit
goal is
allowing
to
it?
list off these individuals, these content creators, and have them as a place to watch his video. Instead of going
I
to
don't get
Ethan
it.
Klein's
I
channel
don't
and
get it.
watching it,
Why
you're
is
going to watch
Reddit
it through these
allowing
other
it?
people who are going to play it on their channel. Okay, and mixed into all of this as well is this conversation about how transformative does your commentary need to be. The meme about this stuff always involves the empty chair. Hassan Piker has, his empty chair reactions where he leaves the room and lets videos continue playing, which is something we'll see from at least 2 of the people being sued by Ethan Klein for their reaction to that previous video. Now, to add on to this, knowing that these Hassan orbiters were going to be reacting and that they're probably going to have very low.
So in Reddit, if you say something unpopular, you'll get suspended or banned. Yet they are allowing subreddits that are meant for was created to attack people. Why? Why is it allowed?
And it was in this setting that I formulated an idea. What if I could make a long-form, irresistible piece of content that I knew that these streamers couldn't resist, they couldn't avoid the temptation of watching it the second it was published?
I don't have an issue with them. Let's just...
It's not that I wanted these people to steal my video. It's that I knew they would. I knew they would watch the entire video, add little to no commentary, react to it instantly, giving them no time to form an opinion. The trap was set, and it worked even better than I imagined it would. There's one thing about copyright you should know is that you got to register it before you publish to be eligible for statutory damages and attorney's fees, which is the main biting force of a copyright infringement lawsuit. Well, I'm happy to tell you guys now, I, Ethan Klein, have registered Hassan Piker Content Nuke with the United States Library of Congress. Some of you guys out there sweating?
That is one of the most underhanded and petty things I've ever seen in the history of YouTube. And I love it. I absolutely love it. This is a sort of
It may be petty, I guess, but
where he lined this up for the 3 individuals down here to get sued. And you can see the names. It's Denims
it may be petty, but
and Caseytron.
he wasn't wrong
You couldn't have
in doing what he did.
the literal 3 stooges here. They fell for the bait. They reacted or
If he actually did it, but I guess
to
I
this
guess he did because I saw a screenshot.
Ethan Klein's
Someone
video
posted
property
a
at the time,
screenshot of it.
and now they're getting
I saw it in one of the videos that I watched.
just suing them because they reacted
So the Content Nook video was
criticized the video or interacted with it
really
in a
registered.
good faith way. He singles these 3 individuals out because of their intention. They had very clear malice in their intention. They were being harmful with their intention. They wanted to cause harm to his channel by offering themselves as a different platform to watch his video. And then they barely reacted to anything. They walked out of the room in multiple cases. But like I said, the most important thing for why
The reason why they did it is
of their intentions.
because Twitch empowered them. They thought
The way
they thought they were immune.
as a place to
Also, as content creators,
crazy thing is,
they have no
say it. They just
knowledge
admit their
of what
intentions
copyright infringement is
their stream.
and what fair use
So
is.
smug and snarky about this whole thing that they never fear any consequences. They never think anything's going to happen to them, so they gleefully explain their intentions as to what they're doing with their stream and Ethan's video.
We're relying on you to stay live so we don't give more views on the nuke. Yeah, I'm gonna stream it. Since he confirmed it's coming out today, we're gonna stream it. If you want to watch it with someone else who's already watching it, you know, come
Cleavage.
party somewhere else. If you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, follow, subscribe, throw a prime if you like the content, if you enjoyed your time here. Because I'm going to be honest, I did not want to watch that by myself.
Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate everyone's
Obviously, they have no idea that what they're saying can be used against them in the court of law. It's like they're violating their Miranda rights.
We're having a great time. Exactly. We're gonna watch it live. Yes. He doesn't want people to know when it's dropping because we're all watching through other streamers. And I suggest
That is the reason why when someone
I've been wanting to watch
is arrested or gets arrested,
without necessarily.
they are told to
So
not say anything.
Now, I would imagine
Because if
in a copyright
they say
one of the hardest
more
things to prove
or they say
is intense.
if they keep talking, they might say something that
They just
might be used or get them in trouble
crazy.
more.
They felt so brazen to do so. Now let's spend some time and look at the reactions or lack thereof from these individuals when they're watching the content nuke on Hassan Piker.
Is that really Ice-T?
Someone we've talked about on this channel a couple of times. Very controversial individual. She was the one who upped the bounty on Mark Kern's head over Stellar Blade drama. She has accused Ethan's wife, Hila, of shooting unarmed children while she served in the IDF. She also said the CPS call made against Ethan's family wasn't a big deal because his kids 3 and 5 haven't started to form memories yet, which is crazy. And then recently she started a GoFundMe to try to sue Ethan Klein, and when it wasn't working out, she wasn't getting the funds she needed, she shut it down. And now, here we are, and this was her stellar commentary. As you can see, the empty chair reaction, as per usual, eating food, not really reacting, but of course, we know her intentions, and this is a very bad look for her.
After being gone for a few minutes, she returns and then sits silently.
Honestly, if these three people knew anything about copyright infringement or what it is, then I'm pretty sure they wouldn't do what they did. They wouldn't say what they said.
When I'm back, they're done with this.
Clearly, they have no idea what copyright is or what copyright infringement is.
I see it.
Dude, you should do this.
I have an alternate.
Of course, if you are sued for copyright infringement,
Yeah, I'm gonna stream it.
that is when
Now today we're gonna.
you can use the fair use defense, and it's up to the court to decide whether it's fair use or not.
Rising Twitch star Frogan, who's been having a very tough time the last couple of months. You go to any of her tweets, by the way, hundreds of comments just dunking on her, making fun of her, and now she's facing another line of problems. And you know what? A lot of people don't feel bad for you when you say things like soldiers deserve PTSD, and then you double and triple down on it in a very smug fashion. People don't forget stuff like that. But anyways, she would also, of course, react to this because every single one of these Hassan orbiters was geared up and ready to go for this whole thing to go down. And she would provide another empty chair reaction. And in fact, it got so bad that even her own chat started to call her out for her lack of commentary. And she didn't like it.
Can I use the bathroom, please? I'll leave it playing.
This into your stomach. And let me state the obvious. Jew and
apparently thinks Twitch is liable for me interviewing a Yemeni teenager who's only known genocide his entire life.
What happened? Do you have anything to say? Dude, because he's cycling the same fucking points over and over again. What more commentary do you need on him repeating the same fucking points for the whole first hour and 30 hour 1 minute and 30
Again, that is content.
It's been the same shit over and over again. This video could have been
If she is struggling on what content to
fucking idiot.
create,
And he's having a mental breakdown and uploaded it to fucking YouTube.
there you go.
One good point.
She just did.
Last but not least, we have the third.
She just did it in that
trilogy of
particular rant.
Casey
What
Tron, which was kind of
what she could do is rant.
her here, but
Read
she's a very
comments from her viewer and then rant about those comments.
two passions in life.
That is content.
Number one is calling people incels on twitter.com. I'm not joking. Keyword search incel on her channel. It's actually insane. Calling married people incels, it's like the only word she knows. Her other thing that she spends her time doing is smoking weed. That's like her whole personality, and that is very relevant.
Obviously, she doesn't know what the word incel means.
Because she unironically
All she knows is a bad label to put on someone.
that is insane.
She smoked more than she spoke. Casey Tron smoked
Most leftists,
and
most woke leftist communists,
we thought, wouldn't it be funny if she spent
they don't really understand the meaning of words.
there was no way that could be
They use words like inclusivity, yet they exclude a lot of people.
commentary versus 18 minutes and 55 seconds of smoking. She spent 3 minutes and 15 seconds longer smoking than she did talking in her quote-unquote reaction. And whatever talking she did was just to express how confused she was, presumably from smoking 42 times.
What is happening? I'm trying to follow. I've lost the plot.
Yeah, totally not addicted. She can quit anytime she wants. 43 hits in like an hour? Oh my god, her dopamine receptors gotta be absolutely fried. Like, there is no dopamine going through that system whatsoever when you need that much marijuana to basically function and power your way through.
Again, I have no problems with
I mean,
people
like I said, she spent more
doing,
time smoking than actually
doing whatever they want to do.
can barely be called that
Because they're adults, okay? Adults,
I have no idea what's going
I have
on.
no problem with that.
She's so zoinked out of her mind.
If she wants to destroy herself
Probably coughed his
live on stream,
crazy, and she has the gall
she has she has all,
and say
I guess, the right to do whatever
thinks
she wants to do.
Ethan
It's-
is suing her. It's
It's her life.
an absolute
It's her
mess.
body.
And of course,
It's
this
the leftists. The
devastating.
leftists like to say it's
Very high stakes.
it's their body.
If he wins, each one minimum of $150,000 plus
Whispered
attorney's
says,
fee. So
Are you
it's
So the problem there, the problem there was
affiliate?
she wasn't really adding anything to the video that or the content that she was watching.
wanted to do
It doesn't matter if she's drunk.
and he caught them.
It doesn't matter if she's high.
Very elaborate.
What matters is
You can think it's diabolical.
is she adding anything of value or anything,
Probably a lot better than he thought
anything.
it was going to work, if we're being honest.
and getting high and smoking weed.
Beginning with denim,
I don't think adds anything to it.
predicted by Ethan in the video, would see this and immediately start a GoFundMe. Another GoFundMe, as I stated, because she started one just over a month ago, trying to sue Ethan Klein. She raised $46,000. You think that's a lot? Unfortunately, her goal was $150,000. She wasn't even close. She knew she wasn't going to get there, so she just refunded everyone and stopped the campaign.
Oh my goodness, more ads. Ads here and ads there. That was the first ad, and now we have the second ad. More ads.
Out of, well, embarrassment, probably.
Now you know. Now you know why I have an
Another GoFundMe.
ad blocker.
She used very Weasley language.
That is the reason why
Says,
I have
when I
an
go
ad
forward,
blocker.
plaintiff
It's because of
will be self-funded.
YouTube's
Of course, this time she is the defense.
insane amount of ads.
Isn't barred from starting up a GoFundMe without looking like a hypocrite, and that's exactly what she did. This is the new one, a very modest $100,000 goal this time. She went down, and as you can see, in the first 24 hours, she's raised just short of $7,000, 7% of her goal. Not too great. She's got a very, very long way to go.
Well, all she has to do to reach the 100,000 goal is
Denims is in the
do more cleavage live streams.
particular thing that I want to mention.
I'm pretty sure her audience,
Reacting to the content news.
the people watching her, will give her a lot of money.
Very bad timing for that to happen because it's only amplifying the consequences of what she did. Because
I'm not
she was
quite sure if
at one point to over
I'm not
40,000 people, which 43,000
quite sure about this, but I think
this individual's
I heard or watched somewhere that she also do OnlyFans.
on orbiter
Maybe she could sell more
to pay for
pictures.
the defense of these lawsuits, and then you got this
Or maybe she can have a fan event.
rolling around being like, all right, good luck, guys. But anyways,
Again,
that's what's
if you want to do OnlyFans,
anyone's
if
giving
you want to sell nude pics,
if
and you're an adult,
human being and you're giving money to this, you deserve to lose your
you can do whatever you want.
just going to waste once again. And let's check in on the
I'm just saying.
Ferogan. Well,
And besides, if you're already doing it, why not keep doing it?
panic, where this is her last tweet.
Especially now that there is a lawsuit against you.
The lawsuit was announced, where she's saying, let's give me some gifted subs, and the comment section is just absolutely destroying her, right? But there is one thing she did do, and what was that? The worst thing she could have possibly done, and that is wipe her entire Twitch VOD collection clean. At the very least, she unlisted them, or at the worst, she deleted them, which is a very, very bad move. Who advised this? I don't know, but this is tantamount to deleting evidence. That's not good. It also makes you look guilty, because if you're facing this sort of a lawsuit and your first reaction is to basically burn the logs, that's not very inspiring. It shows that you're nervous and you have something to hide. I think any person looking at it objectively knows this was a very, very bad move. Now let's move on to the final party here. And of course, that is CaseyTron, whose first reaction to this was to argue with an Ethan Klein parody account. This isn't actually Ethan Klein, so she's in here saying, well, I'm suing you too. I think she took too many bong rips again, and she just doesn't know where she is. That's not too surprising. But on top of that, she would have a meltdown on stream. Listen to just a small portion of this and how just seething she is.
Blast you, Ethan Klein! Blast you to fucking hell! No, like,
Well.
Well, at least she's making original content.
Case of someone who's finding out currently. I'd play the rest of the clip, but it's just profanity.
And I think someone commented that she wore makeup because in the
See you next
Ethan Klein video,
completely ridiculous.
I don't think she was wearing,
Isn't even about
or
her, but
I don't think she
anyways,
has any makeup on.
GoFundMe as well, completely predictable, but her headline here is deranged, okay? Ethan KKK Klein is going to sue me for smoking.
How is Ethan
He is
a
trying to take away my
KKK
ability to purchase my
when
necessary
they're both politically aligned? They're both leftists.
to my weed fund.
So if Ethan Klein, a leftist,
Show the KKK
is a
how to
Klan member,
and ironically,
then
you're dealing with a
is she saying that she's also a Klan member?
unedited 2.5 minute
By the way, I'm just assuming that
like
she's a leftist
wearing
because
anything, and also
she's under,
calling him
or she's
Klein.
one of, as they say, Hassan's
I don't
Hassan's
think he's,
orbiters.
a white supremacist KKK member. I think that's kind of like ridiculous. Like we're watering these terms down to the point they mean absolutely nothing. And also she tries to make this about smoking too much. That's why she's being sued, right? Not for the copyright infringement. And she starts her little, basically her weed fund. And it's going great. yeah, she's gonna get there in no time. She's raised 1,300 smackaroos. That puts her at 1% of her goal. She also has a very modest goal of $100,000 as well. And just look how unserious this person is.
$100,000 is a modest goal.
She could lose hundreds
Wow.
of thousands of dollars. I think
I have a goal of $100 for
but of course, what's her other
cat food expense, and
Yep.
if $100,000 is modest,
The
what is $100?
clowned on for that. She says,
I guess it's microscopic.
cells button. Fascinating. And of course, you know who else is reacting to this? Hassan Piker, saying washed up old YouTubers will do anything instead of taking some time off and going to therapy. Massive projection. Also, what's with this guy and calling everyone old? Hassan, you and Ethan are both in your 30s. We talking about, dude? Old? I don't know, man. This whole situation is a complete mess, and I'm here for it, man. Like, it's funny to watch from the sidelines. This is a complete dumpster fire. People really were messing around.
It is surely interesting,
Motivated and
especially if
who caught
the lawsuit goes to trial,
how he's gonna, and that's hilarious.
and the trial is open to the public and is live streamed. It's gonna be super interesting.
Enjoy 100 pesos off with code PANDA100.
Oh my goodness, more ads. So that was the end of the video, and at the end of the video was an ad. Hey YouTube, now you know why I have or had an ad blocker, because of the insane amount of ads. Why can't you just show one ad at the beginning and maybe one at the middle part of the video? That's it. Why have like 10 ads in a short video? I don't really know how many ads I watched. I did not count. But it doesn't change the fact that, you know, it's annoying. It's annoying as hell.